We're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the GME studio, it's Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
Are you an entrepreneur who has felt like you were all alone on your business adventure? Well, you're in the right place.
You know, being an entrepreneur can be lonely and challenging at times, looking for people to bounce ideas off of and get feedback.
Welcome to Good Morning Entrepreneurs.
The show designed by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs just like you.
Keep watching for your dose of entrepreneurial fun with the Roving Reporters and, of course, Kim and Carrie.
As we like to say around here, buckle up, Buttercup.
Good morning, entrepreneurs, and welcome to show number 97. We are so glad you're with us today. I am Kim White. I'm the founder and fierce leader, don't be mistaken, of the My Sexy Business team and community. And I am joined by the lovelies. Next to me, I have Kat Corchado, who is a movement specialist and a bad A. Let me just say that. Y'all can fill in the blanks after the A. I just said. She is an amazing human and is going to bring some rogueness with me today. I already feel it. I'm just saying.
I'm up for that, Kim. Thank you. I have permission. Finally, I have permission to go rogue.
You have permission, Kat. I also have today Jill Olish, who is the founder of Mama Outspoken and a bad A in her own right. She leads a village full of bad A mamas, we'll call them. How's that? And God. I have Adam Rothenberg. Adam is the founder of the Call Me Adam entertainment platform and so many more things. If you all want to know about something different about a celebrity, Adam is the interview king and the go-to guy. So there you go. Welcome.
Welcome, welcome. So you probably happened upon our show and you're wondering, is this for me? Yes, it says entrepreneurs. Maybe you're not an entrepreneur, but maybe you just want to take a gander at what we're doing. Join us because you need to know who we are. You really do, because we're fun. And we're also entrepreneurs, but we're also just really cool. And so if you're not an entrepreneur, this is for you. If you are an entrepreneur, this is for you. Maybe you're not even an entrepreneur yet. This is for you. If you just started business, guess what? This is for you. And if you've been in business for a long time, and wait for it, this is for you.
So wait, Kat, are you saying this is for the person watching? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, absolutely. It's for anybody who wants to tune in and see what we're up to and what we're doing. And I think that's, I've done that with videos. Haven't you guys done that before? It has nothing to do with what you're like, oh, this is really cool. I don't like that food or whatever it is, but this is really cool.
Well, speaking of what's up, Kat, what is up is that we are going to go into our first segment about Entrepreneur Land.
Oh, one of my favorites, one of many. Thanks, Adam.
Welcome.
So we live in entrepreneur land around here. We'll just say that. And our theme for this show that I think all of us have experienced greatly is when you don't know what you don't know. I think as business owners and entrepreneurs, this is a great topic and a great theme for the show. Because let me tell you, there are more things I don't know than I do know on most days, is what I'm going to say.
That's a little scary, Kim, because if there's a lot of things you don't know, that means there's that much more I don't know. But I will say this, as an entrepreneur, you don't have to, but yeah, you do. You have to put yourself out there. You have to learn new things, scary things. We'll go into that later. But it's going to, it's going to move you forward in your business, in your knowledge of things. So the first time is super scary. The second time, not so scary. And pretty soon you're doing it and you think, wow, I learned how to do this. So I think it's important to just take a breath and do the best you can the first time. And then, as you like to say, Kim, up level it the next time.
Exactly, Kat.
I think in entrepreneurship, we can bump our heads a lot because we think we might have learned something that we realize we actually don't know all of the things we need to know, but we don't know until we try and do it for the first time. So I think it's very appropriate for some behind the scenes things today, as well as just life in general, that you really don't know what you don't know until you don't.
And Jill, I just want to say that you guys think I wear these headphones because they're cool looking. No, they're all the bumps. I'm hiding all the bumps on my head.
Oh my gosh, that is funny, Kat.
Well, once you know what you don't know, then you can go with what you know.
Ooh, Adam, little play on words. I like that.
Yes. Well, the go with what you know is a little homage to Jerry Blank from Strangers with Candy. So if you were a fan of that show, then you will know what I mean.
You will know what you know.
Right, exactly.
And speaking of all the things that we know that everyone in this community does, let's head over to the GME Chronicles.
Thank you, Kim and team. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GME Chronicles. My name is Jill Olish, and we have some updates for you today, February 21st, 2025. The GME Chronicles is a celebration of moving the needle in our businesses, and we want to share these numbers out loud with you to show what is possible when we come together in business. Last week included 4 Pilates classes with Kat. My Sexy Business held Kitchen to Kitchen, rounds 30 and 31 of Fire Up Mastermind, 2 sessions of Simple Publishing Mastermind, and 2 sessions of Groundwork Brigade Mastermind. We wanted to wish a warm welcome to those who just started round 7 of Simple Publishing Mastermind. Kat posted 1 new blog, Adam posted 1 new interview, and My Sexy Business went live with show number 96 of Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you are always getting the notifications for new shows and clips. 5 new podcast episodes dropped last week. Go check them out. We had Sisters in Service, Mucked Up My Self-Care, 5 and 15 Interviews Leadership Series, Late Bloomer Living, and Buckets and Boot Gates. On Clubhouse, Adam and Denise hosted the My Sexy Business Not Creepy Room on Wednesday. And on Thursday, we held the 23rd Walk and Talk with the community. You can connect with the Roving Reporters through the GME directory. Head over to mysexybusiness.com/GME and you can find everyone there. Last week's number of 21 brings our grand total to 6,199 amazing things done collectively by this community in just 3 years and counting. We look forward to more updates coming up next week. If you are ready to join in on the fun around here, you can find us coming up at the Mama Outspoken Village Gathering with myself, the Big Show and Tell with Donna, Kitchen to Kitchen, where we're going over plant-based recipes, batch cooking, and meal prepping. We have the social media boot camp coming up for Fire Up Masterminders this weekend. And we have TNT website workshop, where we are taking the hard out of building websites, as well as website royalty, where we are answering questions about Kajabi. You can always join us in the community. We are on the Clubhouse audio app. We are in the BBG studio, at Groundwork Brigade Mastermind, at our walk-in talks in Kitchen to Kitchen, as well as right here where you're watching now, GME. You can find all of that information and more on our events calendar. Head over to mysexybusiness.com/events. Back to you in the GMU studio.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my goodness. I just want to say out loud that all of these numbers are not to be braggadocious or like be all prideful. We all started with 0. And I think it's really important to remind everybody that this is for you to get an opportunity to see what possibilities there are. But it's also our way of inviting you in to celebrate with us, because we are very proud of all the things that have gone on in the community and all the things that everybody's doing. We're proud of each other. That's something to be said. And I'm proud of all of you. So there you go. And I want to also give a quick shout out. Let me just say this too. I want to give a quick shout out and a happy birthday to Izzy, Melissa Stetcher. Izzy, we miss you and we love you. And we want you to know we're thinking about you on your birthday.
Happy birthday, Izzy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Izzy.
Well, I'd love for us to head into our first segment from one of our sponsors, Sisters in Service, and we go into our Military Minute segment.
Another one of my favorites.
I know that your passion is for helping military, especially women, with the transition of coming out of the military. What has caused you to light up when you are thinking about this? Because you definitely light up when you are talking about this mission you're on.
How much time do we have? Oh. I think when we first get out as women, we're concerned about getting a job, taking care of our family, etc. I will tell you my story real quick is I had moved from being around military to moving to a place where there was hardly any military. And if they were military, I didn't really know they were military. We were in Boston during 9/11. Everyone had these little flags on their car. My husband and I were both walking into a grocery store, and the guy was selling these flags. He said, "Would you like to buy a flag?" And I said, "No, thank you." And he said, "Why? What have you done for your country?" And I said, "I did 20 years for my country." And it started me thinking of, why am I not talking about this? I wasn't exactly hiding. I just didn't say anything about it. I really wanted women veterans to have a voice, and wearing the uniform was so important. Women veterans come out of the military and they feel lost, and I don't want them to feel that way. That's how I felt coming out of the military, especially after I expected a parade and all that other stuff and it wasn't there. So I don't want any woman to feel like that. I want to be able to say, "Here, I'm here if you need me." And I get passionate, and I'm even more passionate about it now because 24 years since I've been in the military, it's still happening. Women are falling through the cracks, and I don't want that to happen anymore.
Thank you, Kat, for wearing the uniform. Thank you for all that you do in the community. So thank you. Thank you. We'll just say that.
Thank you, Kim. I had such a good time just chatting, and you don't know what you want to say unless someone asks you the question. So I love doing Military Minute. I think it's important. And, I hope that someone gets a little tidbit of information from it.
Well, Kat, I'm just going to say, if Dolly Parton was here, she would give you a parade, and she would even sing one of her songs off for her album, Forgotten Country.
Oh, yeah. Can you ask her if she could come for my birthday?
I will do that. Yes. Let me just call her up. Hold on one second.
Just a question. Just asking the question. Well, I think that I won't say it's a parade, but when you're a business owner, it seems like there's just a myriad of things. You could call it a parade of things that you don't know. But our next GME person is Denise Millet. We also fondly call her our findability queen. And she helps us all with that. So can cut back on some of the stuff you don't know, because she is the one that you ask for about SEO and all of those words. So let's go to her segment.
Denise Millet is the findability queen, search marketing consultant, technology simplifier, host of the virtual scavenger hunt, published author, summit leader, and GME roving reporter. So when you say counting links for your website pages, can you elaborate a little more on that? Because that is something I hear some of the, I'll say, creepy marketers saying that we need to do. And I don't understand why they would say that. And I don't understand the concept. Can you help me understand that?
Sure. There are 3 different kinds of links, right, that you could have on a web page. You can have a link to another page on your site. You can have a link out to reference or another article or a definition or another page outside of your site. And then there are links from other pages that come into you to refer to you. Those 3 types of links, search engines look at as a way to establish your expertise, your authority, and how valuable you might be to someone looking at your content. So if you just created a web page and it doesn't link to anything and it's just standalone, that may not satisfy a search engine's client. A search engine's client might need more, might need to be satisfied better. So that part of the helpful, useful content, the quality content we talk about, is satisfying their customers. So they look at links, and I won't say they count them, but they look at the value of them. And they do know which ones are spammy links that don't really do any good. And they know which ones are just superfluous that don't matter. So I don't want anybody saying link everything, like link every word, every definition. It's not going to help you. It'll make it seem like you're spammy. But if you link for the value of the reader or the visitor, then I think that's where you benefit most.
So good.
She has so much knowledge. So if you're watching this and you have a question, fortunately for all of us, our findability queen has put questions and answers in her own YouTube channel at Findability Queen. And they're very short and very sweet. And you get questions, you get answers to your questions. The great thing is, if you still have questions, you can ask questions while you're in there, and she'll be able to, answer all of those. So if you're thinking about SEO, what kind of words do I use? How do I get findable? How do I get findable? How do people find my website? They knew what I meant. This is the person you should go to. So she's amazing.
We second that.
And one of the things that I heard from Denise today was something that had actually come up in a conversation I got to have with Kim today in the BBG studio. So buckets and boom gates. And I think there's a few different resources that the Roving Reporters actually put out there with a lot of helpful information for entrepreneurs, asking questions and answering them without us really needing to pay for this knowledge. Like we said, Denise has a whole YouTube channel giving this information that we don't know until we don't know it. And then there's this BBG podcast, Buckets and Boom Gates, that Kim and I have been doing. And I did not realize how much information I did not know until I did not know it's in there. And I realized that Kim also, it's really funny, I'm giving a confession away, one of the things that we do on the podcast, but Kim has a different way of explaining them on the podcast compared to when we are having a conversation. And it's very funny that we sometimes don't even realize that we're explaining something in a specific way until we're like, oh, that came out a lot more clearer than I thought. Just
Thank you for saying that, Jill, because I'm like, how can we say things clearer?
Yeah. And I love that we're able to do that on our channels. Denise is doing that in a whole other way. Donna's got that going on her Big Show and Tell YouTube channel. I just got to have some information. Kat, you have that with Military Minute. And Adam, you were getting extremely clear on your entertainment platform. And I love that we can incorporate that all into what we're learning in our entrepreneurial adventures. So here's my plug. Go listen to Buckets and Boom Gates on your podcast streaming channel, app, wherever you're going to go listen to it. And you'll get some very helpful information right along with a lot of the roving reporters and what they bring to the table here too.
Thank you.
Jill, I'm sorry, Kim, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying thank you.
I was just going to say that we don't know what we don't know until someone asks us a question and all of a sudden it just comes out of our mouth and we're like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Wait, how did that happen?
Like, oh, I do know something. I learned a lot.
So I love that.
Well, I know something very exciting too, and that is our next roving reporter, Donna Bender. We are going to go to her segment on surprise and delight marketing right now.
Another favorite.
Donna Bender is a master givologist, branding product strategist, corporate marketing trainer, published author, host of the Big Show and Tell, summit leader, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. This is Donna Bender coming to you today as a roving reporter for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's surprise and delight marketing segment is on the first of a two-part series on to brand or not to brand. That is the question. I'm often asked if someone should put their logo on everything they give to their clients. So I like to share about many of my firsthand experiences working for both American and European designers in the fashion industry. That's where I learned the importance of knowing the difference of when to use branding on the outside, where everyone can see it, and when using branding on the inside, added more value. For example, your company's asked to participate as a sponsor at an outdoor event, so putting your logo and brand on products is extremely important for your business and the perfect vehicle for your marketing dollars. Let's just take one product, promotional bags. The focus should be on your company because you're marketing your company. Do you know what the number 1940 represents? It's the number of impressions one promotional bag delivers over its lifetime. And check out some of these other stats from the ASI study in 2023 about why marketing your company on a branded bag works. 43% of users keep branded bags for an average of 18 to 24 months. And 26% of consumers are more likely to do business with advertisers that gave them a promotional bag. So in this case, to brand or not to brand, the answer is yes. Back to you, Kim and Carrie.
Oh my God, I love Donna Bender so much. She gives such great information and such value. And one of the places that she does that, in addition to her roving reporter segment here on GME, is through her Big Show and Tell, which takes place the last Tuesday of every month. And you're probably thinking, well, Adam, where can I watch this Big Show and Tell? You can watch it on her YouTube channel, which is, if I hit the right button, I will actually show it. You can watch it on her YouTube channel at Donna Bender Giving. Like I said, the last Tuesday of every month at 1 p.m. Central Time. And for February, that is going to be, I'm just going to look at my calendar right here. That is February 25th, which is next Tuesday. So this coming Tuesday. So you can go to YouTube, subscribe to at Donna Bender Giving, so you'll get the notification and reminder that the Big Show and Tell is happening on Tuesday, February 25th at 1 p.m. Central Time. And you'll get all sorts of additional insights on how to show appreciation to your clients through branded products and gifting. So I totally forgot what I was just about to say. So tune in is what I'm going to say.
Yes.
You never know what she's going to show up like. Let me just say that.
You are in for a good time when you entertain yourself with, or educate. Is it educate?
Edutainment.
Edutainment. That's what it is. Yep. Head over to her show because it is definitely a fun time.
Well, can I also say that Donna is, if you're not sure about branded products, she's the one to go to. She'll tell you what the latest and greatest is in whatever your industry is, but she will also guide you through the process if you want to get branded products. And she makes it very easy and fun. Makes branded products fun. Donna does.
Well, one thing I love about GME is that we often get questions from viewers about different topics related to entrepreneurship. And this week's question of the week is, what if I don't know my options?
I love this question, and it goes with the theme for today about what we don't know. A lot of times as new entrepreneurs, and I'm going to use Jill's word, when we're fresh entrepreneurs and we haven't learned what our options are, that's when you should go and check other people out. Who is doing business like you want to do business? What businesses are around you that you have access to? Because a lot of times we choose the option that is in front of us, having no idea we had 99 other options we could have chosen. And sometimes we choose an option that wasn't the best one based on just not knowing what the other ones are. So I think talking to other entrepreneurs is important. That's why I love our community so much. Let me just say that. I also think that looking around, you can do research online. You can, see what local businesses will let you come and ask them questions. But don't do business alone. That's what I'm going to say.
It's a little scary. I'm going to say that. But I will also say this, is that you're going to get some information. You're going to meet people that you find are not your flavor, but that's good. And you know why? Because you know exactly what you don't want in a group or a community or a coach. So when you don't know anything, you don't know what you want. But once you weed it out, you know exactly what you're looking for. And that's when you get onto that road of having a business that doesn't own you. Wow, where did I hear that from?
I love it.
And I probably would have to say that I didn't know what my options were until I did start asking. Well, not really asking. I didn't really ask a lot of questions. So I started seeing what everyone else in the community did. So the other masterminders and entrepreneurs, like Kat, you had a symposium. I had no idea I could host an event that way. Adam, you have your entertainment platform. I had no idea the options that you are doing for your platform were something I could do. Not saying that they're a fit for me, just didn't know that a lot of these things that you just happen to see on other people's platforms or pages or events that they're hosting, that it's something I potentially could do. So you're very right on that, Kim. Explore and see what others are doing. And yeah.
I love seeing what other people are doing because it does give you ideas, like you were just saying, Jill. And from those ideas, you can adapt them to your thing. I mean, one thing, Jill, that I love that you did was you recently interviewed somebody on your podcast who just released a movie. Mm-hmm. And so I love that you were able to find somebody like that you could relate to and have a conversation with. And it's a little bit different than what maybe you would normally do, but you found a way to bring that into your world. And I think it's great that I feel like we each can find those ways to bring what somebody else is doing that gives us inspiration. Oh, I love that. How can I adapt that to what I do?
Mm-hmm.
Love it, y'all. And I want to just say you are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. This is show number 97. It's an exciting show because we have a lot of firsts going on in the show. So let me say this out loud. If you're judgy, this is not the place for you. But if you want to see what the options and possibilities and get inspiration and motivation, you're in the right place. So I'm very excited to say all of the roving reporters you see on the show are accessible. I'm going to call it. If you want to head over to mysexybusiness.com/GME, you can go to the directory and you can actually have the connections with each one of these real life entrepreneurs and business owners. They inspire me on the daily, and I'm so proud of them. So that is what I'm going to say about that.
Can I ask you a question?
100%.
Are you going to be sharing your screen this week to show everybody the Roving Reporter directory?
I am going to hold that until a little later in the show, but I am going to be showing how to go to the page. Y'all, I'm learning. Let me just say that. And so thank you, Adam, because I don't remember if it was the last show or the one before, but I thought I was sharing my screen and I wasn't. So thank you for protecting me from myself. But I am going to be showing a little later.
Well, thank you for that, Kim. And to kind of piggyback on what you said on first, one of the first people I met in this community was Yvonne Marchese. And the reason she was a first for me is because she started switching my mind into the fact that I'm not old, I'm just having more fun, or should be having more fun. And she talks about being playful and doing those things that we did as kids, playing jacks, roller skating, swinging on a swing. So we're going to go right to her segment. Here's Yvonne Marchese, who's also one of my Celtic sister on Late Bloomer Living.
Yvonne Marchese is the president of the Age Agitators Club, creator of the Aging Playfully Play Shop, podcast host, published author, branding photographer, summit leader, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim. What if I told you your second act could take you anywhere in the world, literally? More and more people over 50 are proving that work doesn't have to tie you down, including several guests from my podcast. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Lou Blazer left an intense corporate career, and now she writes a newsletter on Substack called We're All Getting Older and hosts a podcast called Second Breaks. Another example is Siobhan Farr, who built a Medicare business that she travels with. She goes everywhere in the world, and that inspired her to start an online community called Digital Nomads Over 50. You know, they're not alone. Others that I've interviewed have moved abroad and launched successful businesses. I've noticed some common things that have helped these people make the shift, and if you want to do the same, here's a few pointers. Test the waters first. Start a side gig, see if you can get it all rolling before you make your big move. Number 2, make your business model mobile. Offer a service or a digital product that you can run from anywhere. And lastly, master the right tools. That's going to be an ongoing process when you're a digital nomad, but you can do it. They built businesses around their lives. What's stopping you? That's all for now. Back to you in the studio.
I love her. Our whole community is just great. And I think that Yvonne, she is the host of Late Bloomer Living podcast. And I think she's on episode 5,000 or something like that. There's a lot of them. But go take a listen, because she has so many different people that are doing some amazing things at ages where you think, maybe I should just be sitting down and being still. No. She has so many interviews. So I hope you take some time to listen to her podcast, because it truly is amazing.
I just want to throw out there really quickly because I think this is awesome. So reinvention has no expiration date. Finding your calling later in life is the latest episode. And I think how fitting it is that you don't have an expiration for starting something. So I hope that inspires all of us, no matter what our age is.
I like to think of it as I get older, my fabulosity increases. So you have to get to this age in order to be freaking fabulous. I'm just going to say.
I love it.
Well, speaking of freaking fabulous, Kat, we are going to our next roving reporter, who is dun 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 dun. Oh my God, it's the freaking fabulous Kat Corchado with health and wellness for entrepreneurs.
Thanks, Adam.
Kat Corchado is a proud military veteran, health and wellness professional, founder of Small Space Pilates, movement specialist for injury, illness, and cancer recovery, podcast host, published author, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim and Carrie. Hi, everybody. I have been getting a lot of emails and text messages about what does an 11-minute workout look like. So I'm going to give you a sample, and over the next few weeks, give you different things that you can do in 11 minutes. As usual, please make sure that these are appropriate for you. So today, we're going to be doing squats with an overhead press, no weights. You can do one, the other, or both. So let's do the first one. So the first one is sitting, your feet are underneath you, and you're going to get your weight into your feet. You're going to stand up, and you're going to sit back down. And you notice I use my hands here. That's perfectly okay. So you can do these, as many as you can do. You stop and rest, and then you start again until 11 minutes. The other one is just an overhead press. Arms here, press it up, bring it down. Now here it is together. Up, press, and down. I'll do another one. Now, if you want to make this harder, you don't have to do weights. Press up as you stand up, bring it down. Press up as you stand up, bring it down. Do as many as you can, whether you're doing one, the other, or all three. So until next time, back to you in the studio.
Adam, we can always count on you to demonstrate for us live in the stage.
I love how he does that.
I'm telling you, I'm going to get a camera for the green room because let me just say, the first one that Adam did, his chair was going across the room and he had to grab it. So we have to get this thing on video.
I will give this tip. Don't do those exercises in a rolly chair because as I was going down, I almost fell on the floor as my chair rolled away. So
that's true strength right there, Adam. Trying to find your chair.
Kat, we are so grateful that you bring us these simple yet powerful exercises that we can apply to our lives, both just in life as well as in our entrepreneurial adventure. And we want to make sure everyone knows that they can join you in Small Space Pilates because you do offer a free week for someone to try it out, because I know how it is to try to go sign up for a gym and then find out that you finally attend one class and you just don't like it. And what I love about your option is that it is in the comfort of my own home. It is something where I am free to share my screen if I want to, like share myself on the camera if I want to, as well as you have the no perfection policy. So you make it super comfortable for any of your members to be in there. And you have to go to Kat's website, Small Space Pilates, to go sign up for your free week or to jump right in.
Big purple button. Let's just say that big purple button. Sign up here. So definitely go do it.
Well, I love it. Do you ever like getting something free? Whether it's like a free pen or a free cup, whether you use it or not, they're like, here's a free cup. You're like, yes. Now you might donate it later, but you get something free. So I love a try before you buy. I just do. I'm one of those girls. Yeah, that's me. I'm raising my hand. And speaking of one of those girls, I would like to talk a little bit about being an entrepreneur, not knowing anything about anything. And you think you know what you know, and you get stuck. Has it ever happened to you? And that is when I found Groundwork Brigade. It's a place where you can do work. If you say you don't have time, you can do work. You can ask questions. You can ask the same question 50 times because Kim always says, ask until you're clear. It's a place of collaboration. It's a place to get feedback because in our head, everything looks perfect. And then you put it out there and they say, well, what, can you put this? Can you reword it? But it's this nice place to be where you feel as though you're amongst friends and you don't mind sharing things because they're going to give you feedback. And it's never bad feedback. It's always honest feedback because we all want each other to succeed. Mm-hmm. So if you want to be a part of Groundwork Brigade or you have any questions, you can reach any of the Roving Reporters and we'll be more than happy to let you know what Groundwork Brigade is like. I can't imagine my business where it is right now if I hadn't had Groundwork Brigade because I'm one of those people where it gets hard. I'm like, oh, I'm out. Okay, bye. So Groundwork Brigade, you guys.
Thanks, Kat.
You're welcome.
And one person that I met in Groundwork Brigade, I may have met her just before, but one person that is in Groundwork Brigade with us who I couldn't imagine life without is our very own Jill Olish. And we are going to go to her Roving Reporter segment on we're going to go to her segment on Mama Entrepreneurs.
Great one, Adam. Here we go.
Jill Olish is the ambassador of moms, founder and leader of the Mama Outspoken Village, published author, podcast host, executive team leader of My Sexy Business, host of the Vision Board Party, associate producer, and GME Roving Reporter.
Thanks, Kim. Do you have a village? So this month is International Friendship Month, and I did not think that I had a village for quite a while. I asked for one. I was wondering where they all were when I first became a mom, and I definitely didn't search one out right away as an entrepreneur. And now, 4 years, almost 5 years later, I'd say my village is pretty big, and I feel like I have a really great one. Some people are super important to me, say, Linda Bonney, who is a fellow Roving Reporter and podcast host. I work so closely with her and we really have formed a huge bond. And even though we're across the world from each other, she is one of those people that is there for me anytime I need her. I have my friend Kim White, who you see hosting today. She is an exceptionally amazing village member of mine. I have some other very faithful friends who live next door to me, who have been there since almost day one, as well as very, very important family members. So there are many people from different areas of my life who play different roles in my village and roles in my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It's hard to see at first the people that are in your village, and they may not be people there for you every day, but they might be people who show up unexpectedly as well. So take a look, see who it is, and don't count yourself out for being a part of one. Back to you in the GME studio.
Oh my God, Jill Olish, how exciting that you talk about having a village during National Friendship Month. And we get to host this show with some of our friends.
And what was one of our warm-up song or walk-on songs was We Are Family, right?
Yes.
Very appropriate without even planning that one out.
We definitely are like,
right. Well, in addition to having a village, or if you want to be more part of Jill's village, I would highly suggest listening to her podcast, Mama Outspoken, which she does with her husband, Bobby. So not only do you get Jill's perspective on parenting and all things related to motherhood and entrepreneurs, you also get Bobby's perspective on it as well, and how he is, how the journey, his perspective on the journey, and how he relates to it as well. So if I could do two things at once, I would be, as I was talking about her podcast, I would be showing it at the same time. So, but since I can't, here is her podcast, Mama Outspoken, and there she is with her husband, Bobby. So you can tune in on your favorite podcatcher or on Jill's website, and you can get their perspective together.
Thank you, Adam. I was looking for a button to see if I could pull it up for you, and it wasn't there yet.
Thank you.
I love it.
So great. Well, I'm going to return the favor, Adam. So thank you so much for introducing my segment. I'd love to introduce yours, but we are excited to go to our entertainment, our entrepreneurs and entertainment segment next with Adam Rothenberg.
Adam Rothenberg is the interview king, media personality, creator of the Call Me Adam entertainment platform, published author, podcast host, red carpet correspondent, associate producer, and GME roving reporter.
Thanks, Kim. It's Adam, and I'm back in the closet for this edition of Entrepreneurs in Entertainment. And today, I want to go back to my 2016 interview with actress Alicia Minshew, who's known for playing Erica Kane's daughter, Kendall Hart. In our 2016 interview, Alicia talked about how, at that time, she used to set her work and audition schedule around her daughter's school schedule, so she could be there for pickups, drop-offs, and other school events. As an actress, Alicia knew this might cost her jobs, but the time she would get with her daughter was priceless. As I revisited this interview from 2016, that sentiment really resonated with me today, as I am on my own entrepreneurial journey, and I have the power to set my own schedule. While I do have a few definitive commitments I have to be at, being able to control my schedule outside of those is one of my favorite things about entrepreneurship. So thank you, Alicia Minshew, for showing me all those years ago how to set your own schedule. And that is today's Entrepreneurs in Entertainment segment. It's back to you in the GME studio.
Oh, Adam, that is a good one. I am so excited to hear that you had this insider information before you even became an entrepreneur, because that's probably one of the biggest pieces that I've learned that's in my control for becoming an entrepreneur, and why I stay an entrepreneur is so that way I can stay home with my son, because he is the priority. So for more lots of fun and informative scoops on your favorite celebrities and entertainment personalities, you have to head over to Adam's entertainment platform, which is at callmeadam.com, and you'll get all the scoop on a different kind of interview that Adam does with his interviewees, and you'll get some good information behind the scenes, all kinds of fun stuff. So check him out. He's got, oh my gosh, what is it now? 1.5 million visitors to his website, thanks to the Findability Queen's help and all of that fun stuff. He's listening to the advice that he's getting from these entrepreneurs here on GME, and it's very evident how much it's working. So thank you for sharing your fun with us, Adam.
Tell Adam I told, but it's almost 1.6.
He won't believe it anyway.
He'll have to go look. He'll go look.
I believe it. I believe it. It is. I will say I concur with you on this one, Kim.
I'm so glad, Adam.
I'm finally learning.
Well, Adam, you sound like a professional broadcaster afterwards. Like, and back to you in the GME studio. And I was like, ooh, I like that.
Well, maybe holding the microphone did something for me. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll even learn how to hold the microphone correctly. We'll see. We'll see. I'll work on that in my next few Roving Reporter videos. But one place that I do love where we learn so many things from is in the Clubhouse app, which is an audio only app. And we have a room on the Clubhouse app called the Not Creepy Room. And we're there every single Wednesday at 8 a.m. Central Time. One of the things I love most about this room is that is our place where we can go every week to practice our pitch offers and intros. So we get to hear out loud what we think in our head sounds good, and we get feedback from other people in the room as to how it actually sounds in reality. Mm-hmm. And one thing about the Not Creepy Room is that we are coming up on our 4-year anniversary. March 26th is going to be our 4-year anniversary of hosting the Not Creepy Room on Clubhouse. And we are going to be having this amazing celebration on Clubhouse. And we would love for everybody to join us. So make sure that you join the My Sexy Business house on the Clubhouse app, which you can download from either Google Play or the Apple Store. Mm-hmm. And join us on March 26th at 8 a.m. Central Time for our very fun celebration.
That was great, Adam.
Free app, free room, free all the things. Come celebrate with us.
It'll be a good time all around. It's a place where I think it's less intimidating. Mm-hmm. Although I do have to say that the first few times I would go up stage, my voice was shaking. But then you realize that you're in a safe place and you can just come in and listen. You can, ask if you've got something that you want to practice. So it's eventually you learn how to relax and you just know that you're going to get some great feedback. So. Good
and
job.
Wasn't that the room actually where freaking fabulous Cat Corchado was born? I mean, the term, not you, Cat. You weren't actually born in the Clubhouse room, but the term.
I'm only 4, you guys. Yes, Adam, you're right. It is. Very cool.
Well, I think it's time that we are going to head into one of our other next favorite segments, and that is Princess Speak.
Let's go.
So Princess Speak is the simple business language for business owners and entrepreneurs that our community uses on the daily. And this week's word is possibilities. And yes, I know we did this only a few weeks ago, but this is my word of the year. And I would really like to bring it up again, especially with the thought of what we don't know, the things we don't really know. Possibilities is such a way of opening your mind, opening yourself up for what is possible. You look at other people a lot of times, and I know I did. I would look at other people and think, wow, they can do that, and never thought of the possibility that I could. So this show is for you to open your mind and open yourself up to the possibilities in your business or even becoming an entrepreneur.
I love that, Kim. I think also that we tend to count ourselves out. We tend to think of all the things that could go wrong. And there's a phrase that said, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yes.
If you think you can, there's the possibilities. I'm not saying you're not going to make mistakes, because you will. We all do. Mm-hmm. But, when you make that choice and you go through that door to be an entrepreneur, and then a year later you look back and go, wow, I was over there and now I'm here. That's possibility in action. I'm just putting it out there.
I love that, Kat, and I love that quote.
That's good. I don't know what to say now. But Kim, you asked me this last week, and this is probably where I question like, what are my possibilities, but what's the outcome with my possibilities? So kind of bringing that into my mind, like, well, what would be the outcome if I decided to do that? Or what is the outcome for someone else? And would that be a good thing for me to try in my business? So I think that is something that's now grinding away in my brain from this week is like, I got some possibilities that are opening up for me. So what's going to be the outcome in my business for those things?
Love that, Jill.
And I'm just going to say, I'm going to quote 2 songs real quick and say, like the late, great Linda Lavin used to sing, "You've got possibilities." And of course, one of my other favorites is the iconic Debbie Gibson, where she would say, "Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Anything is possible."
I love it, Adam. Considering that Adam just interviewed Debbie Gibson lately, I think that's even more appropriate, Adam. Let me just say that. I think whenever we're coming out of high school or coming out of college and we have our whole life, we feel like, in front of us, I think sometimes the possibilities can be overwhelming because we don't know what we want to be when we grow up, kind of. But I think whenever you get past that stage in life, we start to limit ourselves with possibilities because, it's too late. Or, I couldn't do that because I don't have this certification or this training or this degree. And I want you guys to really think about that today. What can you do that you've always wanted to try? Because I have something I do in October. This is obviously February, but I do it every October, which is I literally talk about most dreams where they are. They're actually in the cemeteries. They're in the graveyard with the one that was afraid to go ahead and take the chance. We want you all to take the chance to see the possibilities. You don't even have to act on it yet. But what possibilities are you dismissing? What possibilities are you overlooking? What possibilities are you counting yourself out for?
Can I piggyback on that for a second, Kim? Yeah. I tend to think of transitions. We've all been through transitions in our life. We went to grade school and then middle school and then high school. And at each point, there was this possibility of what it's going to be. And so when I came out of the military, you tend to not think of the possibilities. But once you sit back and kind of think, what do I really want? And I'm not saying you might not get a job, but maybe you want to be an entrepreneur, but your 9 to 5 is going to, fund your entrepreneurship. So I think for, each year you get older, each year I get older, I think, what can I do better? How can I be better? Might be health, it might be something else. But I think as long as I think that, I think possibilities. I think that's what I'm saying, or what's possible at this age that maybe I didn't think about last year.
Well, we definitely want to speak to you, sweet viewer, who is considering some possibilities. You're considering starting a business. You're considering being an entrepreneur. We want to encourage you. We don't want to encourage you to train wreck, and have issues. I like what you said, Kat, about, maybe your 9 to 5 is funding your startup. Maybe that's where you're at. But we don't want you to count yourself out or disqualify yourself. So we hope you join us next week for GME again, because we believe in you. We believe in each other in this community, and we can't wait to see y'all. So love y'all. Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.